Hello everybody, Caden here today with another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. And, well, it's been a little bit since we were last on the world. I don't actually know how long it's been, probably like 3-4 days. You guys remember last time I showed you all this area over here where we have our lovely Parasaurolophus, Ankylosaurus, Triceratops, and Pachycephalosaurus. They basically all just clumped up over there. I'm going to probably move them all at some point just because, I don't know. I think they should probably be a bit more into the exhibit and not just clustered over by the river there. Although that does look kind of cool if you think that they're all, I guess, drinking from the river. I don't know. Anyway, so today I'm going to show some stuff off. We're going to hatch some Deinonychus, as you've probably read by the thumbnail, whatever. Read by the thumbnail. Yes, Caden, that's exactly what they did. You read by the episode title, saw on the thumbnail, yada, yada, yada. We're gonna, oh gosh, not F1. We're gonna hatch ourselves some new Deinonychus, look at the Deinonychus area, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working on over there. And, yeah. Well, this is the Deinonychus exhibit. It's not the largest exhibit, as you guys can probably tell. It's actually quite a bit, I think this is like probably twice as large as the old exhibit was, just in terms of raw space, because there really wasn't much space in the old one. Of course, like that old exhibit now is the Gallimimus and Tarkia exhibit, and that did actually get a lot of space, but that was just because I knocked a lot of stuff back. Anyway, yeah, so this is their brand new home. It's technically not done yet. Basically, you'll understand when we get over there what I've been spending most of my time doing this week, or like in the past couple of days. Oh yeah, something else I should mention, and I don't really know why I'm mentioning this because it'll have come up some other time. Actually, I should probably start hatching these and then we'll go over it. There are only Deinonychus because the other one died, I guess. I don't know, but it's sleeping down there in the sun, not in the sun, under a tree, which actually looks kind of cool. Makes it look like it sought out the shade on a hot summer day, which here is quite a nice thing because it's 1,000,000,000 degrees outside. Well, anyway, so yeah, as you guys can obviously tell, this is kind of a bare bones exhibit. The one over there is a bare bones exhibit. The one over there is a bare bones. There's a lot of bare bones exhibits. So expect this for the next couple of episodes, or after the next couple of episodes. So we don't have that many more creatures we're going to get into the park. We obviously have, I've said I'm going to do Liopleurodon, Dilophosaurus, we'll get its exhibit because that was one we already had, and we'll get the T-Rex in. Nothing else is going into the park by my hands. If you guys want to add them in later when I put the world up for download, it is fine by me for you to do that. But the big thing that will happen, once I do all those episodes, we get all the creatures in, what will happen after that should be a longer break between episodes, kind of like what we had before, where I will basically just be going into every exhibit probably actually just even every exhibit, and fixing them up, getting the last little bits of details I would like in them, throwing in trees, plants, caves, feeders, whatever I want to put in to make it look better. I'll finish all the pathways off, although most of them are actually pretty good. The problem right now, I guess, is not the paths, but the scenery around the paths. So yeah, just a bit of a scenery fix, exhibit fix, and then, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't take me all that long to do if I'm very productive, but yeah. So we'll get the Deinonychus in, and then I will go look over there. Aw, look at him. Is it a him or a her? It's a him, okay. Look at him, he's so cute. He's sleeping under a tree because he's adorable. It's adorable. Adorable little raptors. I don't know why I made that noise while I was drinking. That's a bit weird. Man, I can't wait to start the next park. It's going to be pretty sick, I think. Pretty sick indeed. I don't know how many mods we're going to have. As far as I'm thinking, I'm probably only going to have 3. Possibly just 2. Well, okay. A bit more than that. Obviously, we're going to have, like, Optifine and probably whatever other mods I feel like adding. Probably, like, not enough items and stuff like that. But other than that, heck, actually, we probably won't even need NEI anymore because I know how to craft most things in the mods that I want to keep. And turning sounds off. Yay! 1 male. Male. Okay, it's 5 male raptors. Well, that's interesting. You guys are loud. You guys are gonna jump on everything. I can already tell it. Oh, you're trying to climb the tree. Look at him go! Space Raptor. Space Raptor, more than meets the eye. Space Raptors, space stuff in disguise. What are you doing? Well, oh, well, you guys are probably gonna fall asleep pretty soon, because that one's falling asleep. You're probably just looking for shade then. Well, that's pretty cool. Hopefully these guys, well, actually not hopefully. These guys should be fully grown for the final no, I said fur. For the final episode, all these guys should be fully grown, and I might work on making this area a bit more dense. I'm actually now thinking of putting a cave in there for them to sleep in. I did quotation marks there because, you know, they don't actually go in there to sleep, unfortunately. But yeah, it's gonna look pretty cool when they're fully grown. The only problem with this exhibit is simply just the fact that unless they're, you know, they're kind of hard to see if they're right by the wall. But other than that, yeah, actually it's just this little area here. This little corner is the only place you can't really see them. But other than that, I think it's a nice little exhibit. I think the style fits. It definitely looks like it'd be for something like this. But yeah, I mean, it may be a little bit high up. I mean, I could actually always raise the floor up if I wanted to make it, you know, a bit closer. But I think this height actually kind of makes sense for a creature that is very adept at climbing and jumping on things. Anyway, so here is what I have been spending a majority of my time working on. This pathway over here, which actually leads straight to another exhibit. This, my friends, is the Tyrannosaurus Rex exhibit in progress. Not really much more to say than that. It's an in progress Tyrannosaurus Rex exhibit. I haven't really figured out fully what it's going to be, and I have actually measured this to make sure it's the right height. So the T-Rex will not be able, when it stands up here, I think its head comes to about there. So even in real life, the T-Rex could not grab people off the walkway. But it's also tall enough that, especially for like if the T-Rex were say to be here, it looks pretty cool. Also, the only thing I'm trying to figure out now is where to actually stop the exhibit. My original idea was basically to cut it off around here and let that just be the exhibit. But now I'm beginning to think, especially since obviously I've let myself use creative mode, I might as well make this something a bit more like the Jurassic Park one. So fewer fences to put up, but this thing is just going to have a mass, I'm thinking like possibly all the way back there and across to about there. So just an absolutely massive amount of space for what is probably just going to be one T-Rex. I don't think I'm going to put much more than one Tyrannosaurus Rex in, just simply because I think it would be cooler to do an exhibit like that and only have one in there and then tree it up to the point where, you know, it can still walk around, but where it's kind of hidden. So it's a bit like the Jurassic Park film, because that would be pretty cool, I think. Well, yeah, that's about all I've worked on. What was it? The other dinosaur that we need to get in before we do T-Rex, though, is Dilophosaurus. And where was I thinking? So I was thinking we have this island here, actually, and I don't really want to build Dilophosaurus anywhere out here because I don't think it'll look good. I was thinking over there, but I don't know. It might still end up over there. But I was also thinking now, we actually have this island here. I'm going to move the herbivores, obviously, over a bit. But we have this island here. We already have a pathway that can easily link up to this island. It wouldn't be that hard to just quickly throw the pathway onto a bridge, have it go across here, and then basically just build a small little fenced off area to keep it from getting too close to the river or something. Maybe even knock down part of the mountain. It's actually quite a large island, I think. What is the key? Whoops. Z. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's a decently sized island, so it wouldn't be that difficult to expand, you know, get there to definitely be enough space for the Dilophosaurs. But yeah, that might be a quick and easy way to get the Dilophosaurus in with minimal hassle. Because trying to avoid too much exhibit building here. I don't know why, I just don't feel like it right now. But the other thing is Liopleurodon, and okay, so you guys obviously know I've done these last couple episodes, so that exhibit, this exhibit, that yada yada yada. All this area is creative moded. I basically kept to my same style, which is basically really cheap, efficient blocks. Like all this is made out of stone and glass, so stuff it would be really easy to gather. As far as I'm thinking, I think I haven't really gone overboard with any of the resources, but I think for Liopleurodon I probably will, because Liopleurodon, you guys have given me a lot of really cool ideas, and I kind of want to go all out with it, because it's going to be a very bizarre exhibit that doesn't really make a lot of sense with the rest of the area, but it's just going to look so dang cool. I think it'll be worth it. Well, anyway, I think we're going to end today's episode off here. Basically talked about what I wanted to talk about, showed you guys what I wanted to show, and yeah, I think we're pretty much good here. So hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode. It'll either be Dilophosaurus, Liopleurodon, or heck, maybe it'll even be both. But at any rate, thank you guys again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. And until next time, guys, see ya.